Everything's going a bit odd. Can everybody see me? Can you all hear me? Oh, it is popping off in the chat. Hi, guys. Hello. Hi, Amy. And Gail. And Laverne. And Laurie. And Anthony. And everybody else in the chat. Hi, guys. How are we doing? Sorry that I'm a couple of minutes late. I decided I had a nap. I had a decadent quarantine nap, and I decided that it would be a good idea 5 minutes before coming on stream to have some toast. And then I realised I've probably still got crumbs. And then I realised, it's time for streaming now. I'm gonna see if I can. I think that's a better angle for the light. It's not necessarily a better angle for me, but hello, how are you all? Yay! I like it when there's no microphone hassles. Hi Hannah, yay! You're here for this one. Wow, there's lots of you today. Which is interesting because apparently the Queen done stole my streaming time. I mean, how rude. Doesn't she know that I've had this scheduled for a week? Apparently the Queen is addressing the nation at this very moment via live stream. I'm sure she's not running the technology herself. So I was like, is anybody going to be here? Am I going to be on my own? Tina, good luck with your hair, girl. Highlighting your hair and dyeing your hair is such a quarantine activity, is it not? I mean, I must admit, I do have some red hair dye kicking around the house. You never know what might happen when I start to get a little bit bored. So, as you can see, welcome to my kitchen if you have not been here before, if you were not on Wednesday's stream. On Wednesday's stream, I had to pull something out of the bag pretty quickly, and I was in one of those places where I was like, I just want cakes. I just want me some cakes. So I decided that we were going to bake, and then it was really popular. Hold on, just realised that I've got the power cable on some part break bread, which is probably not going to go very well. Yeah, so I asked people and a couple of polls on Instagram and on YouTube just before I got everything set up today, what you guys wanted to see, and apparently y'all wanted to see me make another mess in my kitchen and bake with me. Also, if you were here on the Wednesday stream and you have been waiting for the recipes for the Scottish shortbread and the oaty biscuits that I made, all of those are now in the description of Wednesday's video, and I will try my best, please kick me if I forget, to put this recipe in today's video when I'm done. So we're going to be making Victoria sandwiches, sort of, also some with the same mixture, some iced buns, and I'm going to double the mixture today because I am going to have some shop orders to post tomorrow. So while I am driving to a post box to avoid all the people, I will also do some, what we call in Scotland, chapdoor run, and leave some cakes on my mum's doorstep. Queen was filling in while you had toast. Thank you, Mara. That's my favourite comment ever. I love it. For the salty Queen of YouTube. Hi Dawn! Yay! You're here and you're not live. I'm live. Maybe you're live too. Maybe this is a little bit of live inception. So, how are all of y'all? I want to know how you're getting on. It's been a weird week here. I decided at the start of the week that I was not being productive enough, and then I got myself all like anxiety, paranoid about being productive, and then I decided that this week was cancelled. And funnily enough, as soon as I stopped putting pressure on myself, the week went better. So I've been making bookmarks and doing some illustrating and stuff. I've got another illustrated bookmark on the way. And apart from that, I've decided that you guys might have noticed I haven't put up a TBR for the start of this month. And it's because I've decided to give myself an entire month of just reading exactly what I want to read and vlogging the results. Because since I've been doing Stack It, my game where I just pull books off of my shelf and then I have to read them in the order that I put them in, I haven't really left any room for mood reading. And I decided to see what would happen if I tried. So that's coming to a screen near you soon, I guess. Oh, hey, Victoria! Oh, I'm so glad that you made it. Guys, you know how like I constantly am like, please go and check out Simone from Me, Simone and I's channel, because she's just a wonderful like star of a person and I love her. You also need to go and check out Victoria's channel. It is What Victoria Read. She's a marvel and she has like partly contributed to keeping me sane this week, and she also sent me a book this week which made me cry because it was so sweet. So if you are looking for a very chill, very calm and yet definitely sort of tongue-in-cheek, if you like my humour, you like Victoria's humour, go and check out her channel. She's amazing. Oh, Moonbook, your birthday's in 4 days. Well, happy birthday when it comes. I hope that you get lots of books. Hi, Emma. Oh, look. Oh, somebody's got vegetables in their garden. Lovely wife Helen spent a lot of time today in the garden. Like a lot of time today in the garden. I'm actually quite surprised that I've managed to like draw her back in. It might just be because it's getting dark. Oh, lots of baking happening. I like that. Queen of shortbread. Thanks, Phoenix. Yeah, Tina, just Twitter is a layer of toxicity. Just treat Twitter like we treat the news. Like, drop in, scan, run away very quickly. Sore hands from soap. Yes, Rachel, that's actually why I'm talking so much and I'm not baking right now, because I've actually just put moisturiser on my hands because I have cleaned them until they are now bone. Hi, Sarah. I drank what some would say was far too much pink gin and got up at midday. That's quarantine vibes right there for you, innit? Yeah, Tony, I think a lot of people are finding it quite difficult to focus on things. Don't worry. You don't, like, nobody... Hi, Simone! I've just mentioned you. I've just plugged your channel again. You and Victoria are wonderful. Yeah, don't worry about not being productive and not focusing on things. I honestly think that, like, we shouldn't put any pressure on ourselves right now. I saw a post today, a meme, which was like, it's a quarantine, not a bank holiday. And I was like, I like that person. Oh, knitting and crocheting. I've been knitting as well. Would you guys like to see what I've been knitting? I can provide that. Oh, sprouts. I love sprouts. There's a controversial opinion for you. Sprouts to go into the ground. Because, yes, I'm looking forward to Christmas already. Because things will be better by Christmas. Oakley dokley. I'm going to start digging stuff out for this recipe. There is going to be one moment in it where I'm going to have the beaters on for a couple of minutes. But apart from that, please tell me, while I'm digging stuff out of the cupboards, what you all are reading right now. And also tell me whether it's an ebook or an audiobook, because I'm finding it really interesting, the amount of people who are switching from like paper books, not just because of lack of paper books, but also because they're finding it difficult to concentrate. So tell me what you're reading and I'll be back in 2 seconds. We've obviously got doggy company in here at night, and Gressham's watching to see if he can get anything. I've also written down a cheats guide for myself because I am absolutely awful at doubling quantities and things. It's terrible. Best take stuff off before I get them covered in flour. So we need self-raising flour. You can make self-raising flour out of plain flour if that's all you have. As long as you have baking powder. So we have got baking powder, butter, sugar and eggs. That is it. Oh. And vanilla essence, because that is the thing that makes everything better. I wonder if I've actually got any small cases. Vanilla essence, otherwise known as we could drink it in its unfiltered state. I wonder if I think I've maybe run out of cases for small cakes, so we might just be making big cakes. It's all good. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just knocking things over. Lovely wife Helen had a heart attack. It's all right. It's all good. And we need caster sugar. I've got sugar, but do I have caster sugar? Because it's impossible to get hold of anything right now. Doesn't matter, sugar will do if you don't have caster sugar as well. It's not a big deal, but if I've got it, I might as well use it up. Yes, I have some. Right, let me check in with... Oh, you guys are reading lots. Sure. I'll drag my knitting in a minute. Oh, Madame Bovary. I haven't read that since uni. Good, not gonna lie, not a fan. Oh yay! Simone managed to finish Salem's Lot. That's good. That's like a 500 odd page book. My hat off to you. Oh, Rachel, are you enjoying Hex on audio? I have to know. Haven't listened to Hex on audio. I read the physical, so I want to know. And I'm going to be making Victoria spongy things and icing some of them and doing buttercream for others. Well, lovely wife Helen's going to do the buttercream because she's the queen of buttercream. And this is the bit where everybody in this stream also laughs at what everybody in Wednesday's stream laughed at, which is me saying butter instead of butter. Ooh, Fool's Assassin by Robin Hobb. I'm loving it. We are baking. We are indeed baking. What else are we reading? Oh, rereading Gemina. I think that's a solid choice for right now. Fanfiction. Do you know, fanfiction's probably... I don't read fanfiction, but I think that is probably a solid place to go if your brain just needs fluff. It's like the equivalent of going to romance fiction right now, which I have been, like, an awful lot. Me and Tessa Dare are now best friends. Hi, Kendall. Oh gosh, you guys are loving so... Yes, lovely wife Helen. Lovely wife Helen is in the chat. You are. If you want to lick the bowl, you'll be making the buttercream. Okay, so I have picked up my first book for my month of reading anything that I want to read. I have picked up Fifth Elephant by Terry Pratchett, which is the sixth, I think, ironically, book in the Guard series, which is kind of like Terry Pratchett does UK crime and mystery kind of thing, and it's great. And I think it like really shows when you know, it's fun that we do book games. It's fun that we do things to like challenge ourselves to read outside of our box and to read more in a month and that kind of stuff. But I also think that it is super important that we're nice to ourselves right now, and I think it showed because I had been trying, I had 2 DNFs back to back and I was a bit discouraged, and I was trying to read books for a challenge, and then I just picked up Fifth Elephant and I literally in one sitting just like flew through 40 pages, and I was like, okay, I'm home, I'm happy. What else? Oh, the Diviners. Yes, Kendall, are you enjoying the Diviners? You have to tell me. What kind of fan fiction are you guys reading? You need to tell me that. You can't just dangle that I am reading fan fiction at me and not, this is where Leanne goes to set the scales without the bowl on top. You can't just dangle fan fiction at me and not tell me what kind of fan fiction you're reading. Okay, dokie. Let's actually put the oven on because I am queen of not putting the oven on before I start cooking and then being really upset with myself. So, and just for the record, I've showed this book before. This is like an ancient Delia Smith cookery book, and it is literally a foolproof all-in-one sponge. You all can't screw this up. Everybody who tells me that they struggle to make things, you cannot screw this up. Literally the instructions are shove everything in a bowl and whisk them together. That's literally the instructions. So let's see if we can achieve this. For the record, I recommend dry ingredients first, just because I have now learned from bitter experience that it is easier to add wet things to dry things than the opposite. Where the whisk is where it always lives. Hello if you're just joining us. Oh, Good Omens fan fiction. That is a serious shout. Yeah, I was expecting some Marvel fan fiction in there. I would have been surprised if there had not been Marvel fan fiction in there. I would have been very surprised. Ooh. I'm an absolute like gardening freak now. I used to hate gardening, and amongst other things, lovely wife Helen has converted me into gardening, and now I'm just like zucchini and tomato, although you can keep the cucumber. Another controversial opinion, you can keep the cucumber. So one of the things that I was thinking that we could do while I was here, because the next up in the poll was people wanting to see me doing tags. So I was thinking that we could maybe answer some tag questions together while I bake, so that we can talk about books while I am putting together these cakes. So I have 2 different lists of tag questions here. I have got the Unpopular Opinions book tag, which I have filmed a version of maybe 2 years ago. And I have a new tag, which I was tagged in recently by the lovely Simone, which is the concert book tag. And it's all based around things like tickets and sold out and encore and opening act and things like that. So I have both of those. Tell me in the comments which one you would rather that we answer together, because both of them look fun. But obviously I have done one before, so if any of you guys have been around for a while, you've maybe seen it. Right, where am I going? Well, first of all, we're going to measure with the side that actually has the grams on it, Leanne. That's what we're going to do first, because that would be helpful, I think. Okie dokie. So many squirrels. Tina, that's amazing. I would love squirrels, but unfortunately we have doggies, and that means that all other wildlife except for the odd very cheeky bird leaves our garden alone. We put bird boxes in the first year that we moved in, really hopefully thinking, oh, birdies will come and nest in our garden. And then we were like, we have 4 dogs. Is it really a good idea that we encourage new baby birdies to take their first flight in our garden? Probably not. So we've stopped encouraging that behaviour. And for the record, guys, sifting in flour helps to get air into it. So if you are somebody who has issues with their sponges going flat, that is probably a good idea to do. What happened? I was changing my nail polish. I was asking people whether you would like me to do the tag questions for the unpopular opinions tag or the concert book tag, and we can all join in and answer in the questions while I do some baking. That is all that you missed, and me sifting flour, that was literally all that you missed. Don't worry. These live streams are incredibly chill. We do not stand on ceremony here. We're all just here to keep each other company while people are feeling alone. Lovely way Helen votes for the concert book tag. Right, what am I doing? Pouring this in without measuring. Yes, that's what I'm doing. I might actually have enough caster sugar for this. So don't know about, spoke to, oh no I do, woohoo, woohoo. Okay, there is a tiny bit left, tiny bit left, but with baking, that can literally be the difference between it rising or not, so I'm not going to put it in. Tell me guys, have you guys managed to get your hands, for those of you who were talking about baking, have you managed to get your hands on flour and things like that? Oh, you haven't missed too much stuff, my lovely. Honest, we've added sugar and flour in a bowl, and we've talked some trash about books. That's all we've done. Never heard of the concert one. Ooh, yeah, lots of votes for a concert. Hey, don't worry if you're just tuning in. We are just making some cakes, and nothing in particular has happened since I've started. Right, wait a minute. I need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Although I don't know where our teaspoon measure is, so I'm going to be doing lots of half teaspoons instead. So that's 1. And 2. So that's all our dry ingredients in. Baking powder, flour, what am I doing? Baking powder, flour, and sugar, and now we need 4 eggs and butter. If you don't want to use butter and eggs, you can use applesauce and yogurt as an alternative. Why not both? It's calmed down a lot more in the Highlands, particularly in the smaller shops. Hard to find flour. I do a lot of baking. So you had a lot of flour and sugar on hand, Sarah. Sarah. I hate that. That is a good plan. We haven't looked for flour or sugar. I just got 2 18 packs of eggs. We've luckily, you did it. You make me hungry, and I have Domino's. We had Domino's earlier in the week. Luckily here, the panic buying, I think, has slowed down, so it's not so much people panic buying things as much as it is now everybody wants to get their groceries delivered. So we got our groceries delivered anyway, and now it's now at the point where you can't get delivery slots. We can still get click and collect grocery slots, So we've been doing that because lovely wife Helen and I are both immunocompromised, and we've got family to pick up our click and collect stuff. So luckily, we're very lucky. Issues getting eggs, but I saw on Twitter you can substitute applesauce for an egg. Yes. Mashed banana also works. I did not know that. We have some bananas that are going a little bit past their best, so I'll probably be doing something with those soon. Although I think lovely wife Helen wants banana muffins. Successfully finding flour and bread is a win right now. Those are real currency right now. Farm shops, if you can get to one. Phoenix, that's a great idea. Didn't even think about that. That is really good. Okay, so we've had a lot of votes for the concert one. So I'll tell you what, I mean, I'm usually here for 2 hours when I do these streams. So we'll do the concert tag now. And then if we've got time, we'll go on and do the unpopular opinions one. So the first question in the concert book tag, I will also include these questions and the original videos below in the description after the stream. The first question is tickets. The most recent book you either bought or checked out from the library. So tell me in the comments what yours was. Mine was Bass Rock, or I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Bass Rock, by Evie Wilde. So I am an absolute addict for Evie Wilde books, and she seems to bring out one book like every 5 years, which is just unacceptable. It's just unacceptable, Evie. And this one is set between a witch or somebody who is suspected as a witch in the Highlands of Scotland way back, and a present day narrative of some people living near the Bass Rock who are living with like the legacy of these witch trials. It's an absolutely stunning book. If you go to my Instagram, the cover's on my Instagram. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I am super excited. I have very few authors whose literary fiction will still make me automatically click and buy it, but I have had this book pre-ordered for as long as Evie has said that it was going to be available, and it is finally in my house. I finally have it. So that is my most recent purchase. I think, let's see, is there another most recent purchase? Oh well, I didn't purchase it, but the wonderful Victoria from what Victoria read, that's really difficult to say quickly. She bought me Beauty Queens by Libba Bray, because I had mentioned this butter is softer than I thought it was. I had mentioned obviously loving the Diviners, and I had Beauty Queens on my wish list, so she surprised me with it. That was really, really sweet. So I now own that one. It's a book about a group of beauty queens who get shipwrecked on their way to a beauty pageant, and it's absolutely not the kind of thing that I would normally read. However, I am now absolutely addicted to Libba Bray's writing, and I will literally read anything that she writes now. And I was most strongly informed by Kirsty, my podcast partner in crime, that I had to read it and that I would love it and that I should just get over myself and just do it. Okay, we're nearly there, which is good, because I don't want to use all of the entire butter in the house, even though I do want to make extra cakes for my mummy. My mum and I usually do on Sundays, she comes over and we have, hold on, lovely wife Helen! Yep, could you turn the heating off please, because I've got the oven on in here and the heating is making me look like I've had booze. What was I saying? been distracted. Oh yeah, my mum. So my mum and I usually have a sort of craft day on a Sunday. She'll come over and she'll bring her cross stitch with her, and I will usually do stuff for my shop and make up orders and things. Perfect. And we are doing it on FaceTime now, which is adorable because my mother is terrified of technology. And so I got her a stand for her phone that she can clip her phone into, because she's literally terrified of technology. And we had, like, last Sunday and this Sunday, we had maybe 3.5, 4 hours just talking to each other on FaceTime, her cross stitching, getting on with stuff around the house. It was super lovely. Right, let me catch up. I just clicked buy on my Amazon cart, and that was a great question for you. Oh, Alex and Ada. I still haven't read the last volume of Alex and Ada. That's annoying. Let's see. Oh, you have definitely been chatting. Let me check. Just catch it. Oh, Kilman Creek by Rachel Kane. That's all I'm saying. You know my opinion on that particular series. For the record, my opinion on that particular series is: first book, amazing, stunning, wonderful, fabulous, love it, should have been a standalone. Second book, it's good, I liked it, didn't need to exist, but I'm glad that it did. It was fun. Third book, all I'm saying. Lot Good and Co on Wednesday because of you. Yay, Rachel. Oh, Heartstopper Volume 3. I still need to read Volume 2 and Volume 3. I have both of them on my shelf. Is it bad if I reread Volume 1, even though I read it at the start of the year? Is it bad if I already reread it? Tell me. Oh, I got the Mercies from the lovely Panmac guys just before everything shut down, Amy. So I have got the Mercies sitting on my shelf as well. That's actually one that I had completely forgotten about. Agatha Christie's A Caribbean Mystery. Right, okay, Laverne, you're going to have to tell me. Are you reading them in order? Or have you just decided that you're going to pick that one up? And if you have read other Miss Marple books, Grissom is cleaning the floor in case I've spilt any sugar. If you've read any other Miss Marple books, what do you think of them? I just call it self-care and reread. Yeah, I mean, I try and not reread the same book within the same year, not for any like Goodreads reason or anything like that, just because I try not to. I try and make myself read outside of my comfort zone, because not necessarily of my comfort zone, I hate that phrase, but like I try and make myself read new books, right, because I have so many new books, but I'm constantly like pulled in by ones that I really love. I really want to reread Rebecca. I had a random like desperation for that the other day, and I really want to reread that. Right, let's see what the next question is on the concert book tag. So the next question is The Crowd. A bookish community that you love, can be real life or in a book. Oh, that's a hard one. Okay, I'm going to cop out here completely, and I'm going to say The Crew of the Wayfarer and The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, because those guys are just... You guys know how I feel about found family novels, right? I'm absolutely obsessed with found family in books, and I literally can't get enough of that found family. It's amazing. It makes me happy. Let's not crack any eggshells into the actual mixture, Leanne. So that's my answer to that one. What is your answer to that one? What's your favourite bookish community in a book or in real life? I mean, obviously BookTube's amazing. Like, obviously. Okay, now I've got eggs all over myself and the counter. So I'm just going to quickly get rid of these shells and wash my hands. Should I start singing happy birthday? Will that annoy you guys? Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to... Okay, it's just eggs. It's not coronavirus. We're alright. Oh, I'm trying not to say that word. And it just drags you in. It just drags you in. Oh, you guys, this one. You're adorable. Oh, Amy, I love them too. I'm not happy that there's only 2 that actually feature the crew. I need there to be another Wayfarer's book. I need another one. Oh, Saga from Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Ames. I haven't actually read Kings of the Wild. Please sell it to me. Give me a synopsis. Right, I'm literally going to move down the counter when I mix this because I do not want to get mixture all over the laptop, which is exactly what I will do. Oh, I forgot my vanilla essence. Let's not forget that. So usually it's 2 to 3 teaspoons full for a mixture like this, but I'm just going to do a little bit extra just because I'm running a bit low. And who knows when we are going to get any in our shopping. Vanilla essence has been also a weird thing that we can't get hold of. Right, so before I go and mix, I am going to close this so it doesn't go everywhere. I'm going to answer the next question and leave you guys with the next question, and I want you to tell me your answers. So the next question is 3, sing along. A book that you quote every time you get the chance. Oh. For a little while there, it was the Illuminae series, because some of the lines in that are just so iconic, right? So like Aiden's error messages and things, some of those are just so amazing. So for a little while it was that. I am a fan of quoting Jane Eyre. I quote Jane Eyre all the friggin' time. What else? I actually quote some lines still all this time later from The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. Please tell me in the comments if you've read that. So tell me, what is a book that you quote from all the time? And I'm now going to get mixture up my arms and up the walls and things like that. And I'll be back in like 1 minute. Forget spatula. Spatula is necessary. Also, so that it's not right next to the microphone, because that's just asking for trouble. And I'm just going to fold a bit of the wet mixture in to start with, so that I'm not starting just by putting whisks into a huge puddle, because that's just asking for it. Okay, wish me luck. said it's good to scrape off the mixture that gets on your hand. You want to incorporate the stuff on the sides of the bowl as well so that you're getting everything in. Because flour likes to hide. And unless you have got, realistically, a really tall bowl, it's inevitable that you're going to end up wearing this and it's going to end up on the walls and on the counter. Lovely wife Helen, I'm sure, will agree with me. Okay, so I think that mixture is now everywhere it could possibly have gone, including up my arm and on the walls, which is fairly normal. Right. Let me read what you said. Oh, good omens, yeah! I don't know why I didn't mention that. Oh, people recommending, if lovely wife Helen has tomatoes in the garden, keep the eggshells for the soil. That is a very, very good tip. I love it. Booktube obs, yes. Alright, wait a minute, Anthony. You were giving us a synopsis for your book. Old grumpy men famous for being the biggest mercenary band. Now old and just what you're running in, they're brought back together when one of the daughters is trapped in a city sieged by monsters. Well, you've sold me. Doesn't really take a lot, but you've definitely sold me. Okay, so we've got Good Omens, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. Yes. I'm going to be honest. Me and Tolkien have never been best of friends. I've always been a David Eddings girl, but that's okay. Because the series is still infinitely quotable. Nevernight, so many books, so few centuries. Nevernight is a great one. That whole series is so sarky. Pride and Prejudice. Oh, that's a good. And I like that you don't quote from TV shows, but you do quote from Friends. That's fair. That's fair. Right now I'm quoting everything from Leverage because we're rewatching Leverage, which I think I mentioned on the Wednesday stream. It's like an early 2000s con and heist show. It's great. Doors are for people with no imagination. Obviously Terry Pratchett. I mean, hello. I did not make a pie, Alec repeated, gesturing expressively with one hand for 3 reasons. 1, because I did not have any pie ingredients. 2, because I don't actually know how to make a pie. He paused, clearly waiting, removing his sword and leaning against the cave wall, Jace said wearily. And 3, because I am not your bitch. I love it. I love it. The books we love, they love us back. Oh, is that not the truth? Is that not the truth? Okay, what's the next question? And then I'm going to transfer the mixture into some muffin cases. Let's see. The next question is sold out, a book that you're really looking forward to but just haven't read yet. Oh, there's so many of them. Well, obviously a cop-out would be to say the next in the Diviners series by Libba Bray, because obviously I'm obsessed with that series right now. Red, White and Royal Blue is another one because I have I finally got myself a copy of that book. Or in fact, I didn't get myself a copy of that book. I got it from a birthday. What am I saying? Got it from a birthday. Can't remember if it was from Lovely Wife Helen or my mum. But I finally got a copy of that book, so I can finally read it. And what else? That's a hard one. Maybe the next one in the Rivers of London series. I'm really looking forward to reading that one, but at the same time I'm like, I'm kind of worried because he's doing a big thing to change everything, and I'm a bit concerned about it. Lovely wife Helen says, Crisis 4, hint hint, because she would like us to go back and finish that book. Okay, so what book are you guys anticipating? I will show you this mixture. Also, before I do anything else with this mixture, I'm just going to say, people who are sad about eating cake batter, don't watch the next couple of minutes. Don't watch it. Lovely wife Helen.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's very vanilla.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, Tom.
And she arrives.
Hello.
She appears. Yeah, I
That's
mean,
good.
people at home don't eat raw eggs, but also we're eating raw eggs in this cake mix, so.
And it's good.
Moaz, should you stop? Moaz, sorry if I've mispronounced your name. Should I start reading Outlander? My personal opinion is no. My personal opinion is that if you would like any kind of historical romance, go for Tessa Dare, not the Outlander books. But you know, lots of people do like them, so that is just my opinion. Stares at 600 plus book TBR. That's me, girl. I'm only remembering the things that are recent. Life is too short not to lick the wool. You better not go away because everybody's very excited that you're here. Oh, there you go. Eggs with the stamp are fine to eat raw. I did not know that.
Cool.
There we go. Only buying eggs with a stamp from now on. There you go. Tiramisu is done with raw eggs.
I didn't know that. I've never made a tiramisu. But
Yeah,
I
you
actually
haven't. Yeah, you haven't. You need to come closer because I won't be able to hear you.
That's the only way I like coffee.
Tiramisu.
Yep.
Yeah, I did mention that you were a strange non-hot beverage drinker.
No.
I don't know how I accidentally married one of those.
Because I'm wonderful. And modest.
Oh, Anne says we're cute. Well, currently we're covered in cake batter, but I'll take that, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, Lock and Key's amazing, Tony. I really like it. And now there's a TV show. And also there is an audiobook which Kate Mulgrew narrates part of.
Kate Mulgrew.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we're definitely Kate Mulgrew stands in this house.
Yes.
I have watched the Outlander TV show, Chloe. I've watched the first season and I actually really liked it. But I am not a fan of the books. Although, lovely wife Helen, you've read a couple of the Outlander books,
I have,
haven't you?
yeah.
You've read 3?
I think so. Definitely 2. Possibly
So
3.
what do you think about the Outlander ones then?
That anyone that's gay is a baddie, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Outlander's very straight.
Yeah. And
Outlander is very straight.
it kept me. I quite enjoyed it. It has problems, but I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but it was alright.
Yeah, and I guess it's like anything else. It's like, it's fine to like things that are problematic as long as you recognise that they're problematic. Because otherwise a lot of our literature, including Harry Potter, is things that we wouldn't read.
Yeah.
Because it's problematic. Let's see what else we got. Soaked in Cake, yeah. I'm not very clued in on new releases. Hey, new releases are not the only way to go. It's just that those were the only things that I could remember. What about you? What book are you most anticipating reading that's not Crisis 4? Not a book
Have
that
you noticed it hits me every time?
Not every time. I don't think I hit you last time. Not a book that I need to read to you, but a book that you want to read. Now I've put you on the spot.
See, now I've got to do remembering things, and that's rubbish.
Middle grade, yes. Zanaya, middle grade is absolutely where I live right now. My boyfriend doesn't like to drink anything hot either. Maria, how do you put up with him? I don't know how I put up with him. Yes, she is Captain Janeway.
Yes.
Yes. There you go. I'm learning lots about... See, don't tell lovely wife Helen that it's okay to eat raw eggs. Because cake mix is lovely wife Helen's food of choice, and we will never actually have any cakes. Because they'll all be the mixture.
Yeah.
Right, so what book are you looking forward to reading?
I know what I'm looking forward to reading. I don't know what it's called, but it's the next in a series. Of the Duke things.
Oh, a Tessa Dare series.
Yes.
So we were talking about this. So the first one is the Duchess Deal.
Yep, and then
The
the
second one is
Governess Game.
the Governess Game.
So whichever the third one is, I'm looking forward to that.
Let's find out. I'm sure people will tell us in the comments. But I will look it up anyway so we know, because it bugs me if I don't know. Apparently it's the Girl Meets Duke series.
That's
The
it.
Wallflower Wager.
Okay, that one then.
And then
I've been enjoying those.
The fourth one came out this year in August, and it's The Bride Bet. Oh, last year? Oh, wait, has it come out yet? It says published August 2020, but it has ratings, but we know how that works on Goodreads. Oh no, so it comes out in August. So the fourth one comes out in August.
Oh,
so
I've only got one more.
I know!
I hate when a series runs out.
But you do have other Tessa Dare ones
Oh, cool.
to
That's
read
true.
though.
Yeah.
Try watching Outlander with your 80-year-old Gram because she asked, No, Rachel!
uncomfy.
No, Rachel!
There's lots of sex in that, and
How
violence,
did
but
that
lots
happen?
of sex.
Oh, no. Patricia Briggs is awesome. Yes, we love Patricia Briggs. We're definitely Mercy Thompson stands here.
Yes.
Oh, Pax. Yes. Pax is a middle grade about a fox, and it is indeed wonderful, but it is also like I don't read any books that are exclusively about animals anymore. And Kirsty is in podcast Partner in Crime. Kirsty and I have a setup where now when we read books, if it has any kind of animal anything in it, we tell the other person before they read it because we can't stand it. Oh, there you go. Wallflower Wager was great.
Excellent.
Right, one more question while you're here, and then I have to put things. Oh man, I remember watching Game of Thrones with my mum. No! Tyrion should not be shown to mums. Right, what have we got? 5, The Band. A book or book series you love that you wish everyone would read so you can fangirl about it together. Gonna get a tissue. You answer that one. Is that a blank face?
Well, there's two came to mind, but there are things we've mentioned already, which is Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. I want more in that series with the actual crew, though, rather than just going off randomly. And I am loving...
Not that you're salty.
No, not at all.
Not that you're salty about them not all having the crew in it.
The crew are awesome.
They are awesome. Right, sorry, what was the other one before you forget?
So
Oh no, sorry, I did it. Need to get in quick
Andy
with
McNabb.
lovely wife Helen.
Yes.
Andy McNabb.
Yes.
You wish that everybody would read the Next Stone series by Andy McNabb,
Yes.
which is a sort of SAS adventure series.
Yes.
I guess you could call it.
That would do good.
So I've got a sad story for you.
What's that story?
You're not going to be able to lick the bowl until this first batch is done, because then the next... So this is what the mixture looks like. All ready to... No. No.
Mean.
And my method of dividing it up per all of them is a dollop in this one, and a dollop in that one, and a dollop in that one. I know that one looks like it could use an extra dollop. There's a bit about to fall off the side you can have.
Oh, yes. Thank you. That's good.
It's going to be interesting because I didn't beat it as much as I usually would, because I was like really aware that We were midstream, so it's going to be interesting seeing what they look like when they come out.
I'm sure they will be fine.
Little pockets of exploding butter all the way through. That doesn't sound bad, does it? What book okay, so I'm gonna try and say a book series that I don't talk about constantly. Let me think. I think I would quite like it if everybody would read and note that I'm saying read and like. I don't want to hear about it if you don't know. I don't mind if people don't like my favourite series, but it's always a bit difficult because you're like, okay, well, you take your opinions and go over there with them. I wish more people would read the Flavia Duluth series by Alan Bradley, which is a mystery series set in the 50s with a child narrator who is a little bit nuts. She's also a home chemist, and she has a particular penchant for poisons. There you go. I made that alliteration.
You did. That was impressive.
I was impressed with myself there. So I wish more people would read that. That is a great series. Also, that's fabulous on audiobook.
Yeah.
If any of you guys are looking for an audiobook right now, that's a great series to get into. They're really, really good. What else? Obviously, you guys know that I'm a lover of the Philip Marlowe books by Raymond Chandler, but I agree that they're not for everybody. Because they are quite
of their time.
Yeah, they're off their time, but they're the original noir detective novels, really. They are off their time, but they're also, I don't know, I think the slang is difficult if you're not into that time period. Sometimes the slang can be a lot, and some people get caught up in that. Right. Got to catch up. Hi, Ange. Thanks for joining us. Right. Let's see. Did you see the post where a dad who normally reads his kids' bedtime story is now self-isolating? He used a cup and string phone to read and send them to sleep. Oh my god. Oh, that's so cute. You have to explain the plot to her every episode. Yeah. Oh, she fancies Tyrion. Well, who doesn't fancy Tyrion? He is a very attractive man.
Yes.
Let's see. Outlander happened because I can't say no to puppy eyes. Okay, that's fair. I was like, really? Oh, Kate Daniels, yes. Yes, Kirsty is a Kate Daniels stan. Although I don't think you've managed to... Kate Daniels series
That's
hasn't...
Love Bites?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I read the first one and...
Not your thing.
But Kirsty did say that the later ones were better.
Yeah, and also I think the narrator doesn't really help in that series. The narrator's not fabulous for the Kate Daniels books, I don't personally think. The Secret series by Pseudonym Bosch. Kendall, you're going to have to tell me about that series. The Chronicles of St. Mary's. Gail, I have the first one. It's the Time Travelling Historians. I have the first one. Audible pushed it really hard for a little while, and so I eventually was just like, okay, I will do it. I got to pick his Dark Materials because even though it's super popular, nobody I know has read it, so I can talk about it with no one. Oh, okay, so Becky, I like the first of his Dark Materials series. It's a cast audiobook as well, so if you like cast audios, that's definitely one to check out. However, I've never managed to get myself into... How long do I usually put these on for? Like 15 minutes?
Yeah.
I've never managed to get myself through the second one, and I don't know why. So also, this recipe does suggest that you put these cakes on for 20 to 25 minutes, but I massively say look at you, like think about your own oven and maybe like put them on for 15 minutes and then keep an eye on them. They're ready if they bounce back and if they're golden brown around the edges. And bounce back means You touch it and it bounces back, not you shove your whole finger in it and make a hole in it.
It wasn't ready.
It wasn't ready. It really wasn't ready. What other ones have we got? I really want to get the Angry Planet one, but the TBR is so long. So Naya, what can we do to make you put up your TBR? Oh, the Rockton series by Kelly Armstrong. I have the first one in that as well, Stacey. Do I need to move that up my TBR? Oh, we jumped. Oh, okay, Tony, yeah. That's the Lock and Key series would probably be difficult for you. With the vomiting and gagging, there is a couple of bits, not gonna lie. I do actually remember a couple of bits quite distinctly. Although, I'm sure there will be trigger warnings out there for which episodes and where it is. If you look on doesthedogdie.com, they have lots of trigger warnings that aren't just if the dog dies. So that might help you to skip those bits in the episodes if you want to read it. Yay, Emma! She's bought the Duchess deal.
Yes.
That's what we like.
Yes.
I use your much neglected Kindle. Word for today is cuddle for my painting. So what do you think of? I don't know why, but I immediately thought of clouds, but that's maybe just because I'm doing...
Nimbus.
Oh, because Nimbus. That's maybe why. Okay, so one of our doggies, Nimbus, if you put your arms out and you go, cuddles, he throws himself at you for a cuddle. So that's maybe why I immediately thought of clouds for a cuddle. That's probably not very helpful for your prompt though, Carolyn, let's be honest. Totally understand that line. The second one's a bit dramatic. Yeah, the second one's really different, Becky, and I think the first couple of chapters of the second Northern Lights book, just the Dark Materials book, sorry, just, I don't know, it was such an extreme switch that I was like, is that a kitty in the other room? Yes, it will be. There is 3 kitties and 4 puppies in this house at the moment. I usually do show one of them on stream, so I can provide that while the first batch of cakes are cooking. If you guys want to see, you can tell me in the comments if you want to see puppies and kitties. I can definitely provide that. He's licking the bin. I haven't read Stalking Jack the Ripper, Chloe. Should I? Right, what's the next question? Well, you guys tell me whether or not you want to see kitties and puppies. The next question in the tag is Encore, a book that you wish had a sequel, or a book series that you wish had just one more book.
Ooh.
Oh no. Oh, that's a really hard one. I think I'm going to be really super boring. I'm going to be super massively boring, and I am going to say that I wish that some classics that I love had sequels. I wish there was a sequel to The Portrait of a Lady, because I feel like if there was a sequel it would have turned into a heist novel, and I want it. I just wish there were more Wilkie Collins books. That one doesn't really count. I wish that there was a sequel to Jane Eyre, obviously. I wish that there was a sequel to Far From the Madding Crowd that just got rid of Bathsheba and just let me keep my farmer boy. I have 3 cats and 1 dog. Oh, Mary, you have also got... I want puppies and kites. Yeah, you've also got an extremely busy house. Let's see what animal we can... Grissom was here for this entire time. He's been sitting at my feet because he waits to see if food is going to drop. So there has been a puppy at my feet through this entire thing, but he's gone for a drink.
He's back now.
So, is he back?
Mm-hmm.
You coming?
Yeah. I mean, I've got some mixture on my face.
Yeah. Where? Oh no, you do. Here, do you want to eat that first? How did you end up with cake mix on your face?
Skill.
This is Mr. Grissom. He is the baking dog, aren't you?
Any kind of cooking, in fact.
Any kind of cooking. He likes to be here through all things. I think he would prefer if you pet him because I think he's a bit nervous whenever I bring him near the counter that I'm going to put him on it.
That's fun.
You okay? Are you tired because you've been standing for so long? Oh, thank you. Thank you. You tired?
You're still going to keep watching though, aren't you?
Yeah. He's sniffing to see if he can find any cake mix. You've got a fan group. You've got a fan club. What do you think? Very heavy.
Yeah, after a while, yes.
Yeah, he's very heavy. He's looking at me like, but where is the cake?
You don't always get stuff.
But where is the cake? He's very cute. Yes, Maria, he thinks he's very cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I need more of the world's scythe.
Oh, I'm doing that at the moment.
Yeah, you're reading that, are you?
I'm doing the second one, yes.
What's the second one called?
Something to do with clouds. The Thunderhead.
Thunder has something to do with clouds. Moustache fluff boy. Yes, he's definitely a moustache fluff boy. Ferrets, gerbils, and a dog. Oh, Molly.
Oh, ferrets.
We would love ferrets. I wish all of the Sarah Waters books had sequels because I love the characters so much. That's definitely an interesting opinion. I
haven't read one of those in ages.
Yeah. I like Sarah Waters' older books. I struggle with her new ones. I want a sequel of Pride and Prejudice that follows Bingley and Jane's story. Yes, Emily! Yes! Controversial opinions on Jane Austen. We're here for that. What other book series do I want more of? Or books, rather, do I want more of? For some reason, my brain's automatically going to literary fiction, but I guess that's because I tend to read more standalones from literary fiction. I'm trying to think of standalones that I've read. Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I want a sequel to Sharp Objects. I also want a sequel to Dead Girls by Abigail Tartellin, which happens years later after the thing that happens in the end has resolved itself. I can't say anything else. Dead Girls, I've promoted that actually really recently. Yeah. I say promoted like I'm being paid. I'm not, it's just amazing. Dead Girls is a book set in the 90s about Billy and Thea. Or Thera? Is it Thea or Thera? I can't remember.
You're asking me about a name.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know that's stupid. I shouldn't ask you what things are called. Either way, let's go with Thea. I don't think it is. I think it's Thera. The one of those names. The two little girls are best friends. They're sort of like 10ish, I think. And one of them ends up dead, and the other one knows absolutely that what the police have said has happened has not happened. It is definitely not the way that it happened. And she goes investigating on her own, and it's a real sort of look at a time where things were really changing and sort of like child safety laws and things, because I remember like being a kid in the 90s and I had absolutely no limits and no boundaries. I was all over my little town every day and nobody had any idea where I was. And it's definitely very that, but it's really creepy. It's a really creepy child narrator. Would you want more Lockwood and Co books, or is the series the perfect length?
It was hard.
That's mean. Oh, hi Lou, it's lovely to see you. Lockwood and Co. Lockwood and Co being 5 books and finishing the way that it does is a perfect series, I think. Like, there's very little I would change about that series. However, yeah, I would definitely like more books because it's like, but
Bring
my babies,
yes.
I miss them. Favourite theory, the Illuminae Files is a sequel to The Ark of the Size. So many comparisons you can make between the two. Ooh, Sarah, that's an interesting fan theory. We have 2 dwarf hamsters named Turnip and Potato. Oh, I'm gonna die of cute. We have 4 rats, 1 corn snake, and a toy dachshund. Guys, this is the content I'm living for right now, is you guys telling me about your pets. We need more of that. I wish the final book in Rose Mannering's trilogy came out, but the publishing company went bust, but maintained the rights.
No.
Oh, that's awful. Oh, that's awful. Oh, hi, lovely. Yes, we would all love a Dead Girls sequel. Yes, we would. You thought of one, Into the Drowning Deep by Sean Maguire. Oh, I never got on with that one. I love Sean Maguire, and I just... I don't know. That was the one with, like, essentially killer horror mermaids. And I just... Look at your face. Not sold. No. But I just couldn't. I just didn't get behind that. Oh, Bird Box is getting a sequel. I am terrified, and it could be awful. It could be amazing. I want to stay. I'm scrolling back up here because I know I've missed some of you guys' comments. I want to stay positive. Oh my god, we were both like, what was that noise? Was a puppy dreaming in the background? Oh, what does your dog look like? Oh, Carolyn, I've got several. I'll bring another one. There's one having a big dream in the background.
Find one that isn't sleeping.
Yeah, find one that's not sleeping. Sunshine by Robin McKinley. I would love a sequel to that, Gail. But at the same time, it's kind of perfect all on its own. Do you know what I mean? Enormous white German Shepherd called Barney. Oh, I had a Westie growing up, Rachel. I love Westies. Okay, who have we got? Hi, Mr. Nimbus.
He's not very awake.
Hi, are you asleep?
Yeah.
Do you want to come up? Grissom, you've been up. Nimbus, do you want to come up?
Come on.
Oh, you're too tired. Okay. You're a big boy. This is Nimbus. I need to stand back a bit because his head won't fit in. This is Nimbus. He's our cuddly boy. And before you guys ask, he is a cross between a Springer Spaniel and a Lurcher. So a very odd mixture. And he's extremely heavy. Oh, and that's Padfoot. That's Padfoot. That's his brother, who I have to say does not look anything like a Springer Spaniel, but is all completely Lurcher. Sat. Look. Padfoot. Sat. Can't see you because you're all black.
Yeah. There we go.
He's like, what's happening? Surely you're not gonna. Yeah, you look like you're panicking. Put him down.
He's so heavy.
They're so heavy. They're massive. Loved the Bird Box book, but hated the film. I haven't watched the film yet, and I'm scared. No pets, no plants at home. The only living thing apart from me is the mould, which is possibly growing on a lemon in the fridge. Best comment ever. That one definitely gets the comment. Yeah, a springy lurch. That one gets comment off the stream. Those are huge dogs, and they are also huge pains. Huge, massive pains. Right, we've got more questions in this tag. We've only got another couple. What else have we got? Opening act. A book that you weren't expecting to love as much as you did. Oh. Well, I mean, The Diviners definitely falls into that one for me. Because I had a... Oh! I have to poke the buns, excuse me. What about you? Can you think about?
Kind of the wrong way round, but Nevernight. Because I started that and thought, what is this rubbish? It is so boring.
Yeah, the start of Nevernight is questionable.
It takes so long to get into it, but when you do, it's fantastic. So, yeah, that'll do.
Okay, so they need another minute, but I'm going to have to watch them because they're getting very, very, very golden brown. They're all adorable.
Munchie, you haven't been shown yet.
They're kind of adorable most of the time. I'm still trying to think of my answer to that question.
Last one.
Hi, baby. Hi. This is Mr. Munch. Hi, Mr. Munch.
At least you're lighter.
Yeah, you are lighter. Hi. Missed. You missed. You missed. Oh, you got me. Okay, you win. You okay? Munch growls if you pick him up, he growls if you put him down. He growls constantly. I can't think. I honestly can't.
Growling to be put down.
Oh my god, you're so ferocious.
You're terrible.
With your wagging tail. Are you done? Are you gonna stay?
No, we're gone.
Okay. Thank you. I will bring you lucky spoons. Just walk away from the cake mix.
Okay.
Walk away. I still can't think of an answer for that one. I think it's because so often I pick up books because I'm hyped about them, or I've been recommended them, and so I can't think of one that I thought I'm not gonna like that and haven't not liked it, you know. Oh, Rachel, that's actually not a bad one. Good Omens was one that I wasn't expecting to like because I don't like Neil Gaiman's writing generally. Neil Gaiman's just not a me thing. He's never worked for me. You have a pizza tummy. That's what you get. You should have sent me half your pizza. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Neil Gaiman is difficult for me, and so I didn't expect to like it. I expected to just be like, but why didn't Terry write all of the book? But yeah, Good Omens is a good one. Ooh, Amy, you might have a kitten on the way. Oh, that's so exciting. Don't worry, Rachel, Helen will be back. There's still more cake mix in the kitchen. Oh, Jane Steele, I'm loving that you're enjoying Jane Steele. Great, lovely wife Helen participation. She will come back, I promise. She will. There's more cake mix still in here. She won't just take off. Oh, also They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I have not read that one because I am scared that it's going to be too sad. The Rose Hill Mystery Series. Ooh, Emily. I don't think I've heard about that one before. Please sell that to me, Emily. Pretend you're a publisher, give me a synopsis. I want to know. There was a question. Oh, what Book Jar Journey says, what is the one book everyone should read? That's evil, because I would like to shove my favourite book at everybody, which is Eve Green by Susan Fletcher, but at the same time, if you don't like it, I don't want you to tell me that you don't like it. Because I am terrible when people don't like my favourite book. I honestly think, I mentioned it a couple of times today already, but I think everybody should read The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. It's one of the original, like, real proper mystery books, and it's just amazing. It's so good for a classic. It holds up so well. There are some slight problematic, like, sanatorium things in it, but I mean, it's the Victorians. What do you expect, you know? Okay, I'm going to call those ones good. They've sunk a little bit in the middle, but they're not bad. They're not bad at all. I'm going to give them a wee minute, and then I'm going to pick them up and I'm going to put them on a tray. Hubby says no because the mother is too fluffy. You can't have a too fluffy cat, it's impossible. What Karen Slaughter to read? Pieces of Her, Pretty Girls. Ooh. Well, I'm reading Pretty Girls still at the moment because I'm listening to an audiobook and it's about 1,000 hours long. And I absolutely say Pretty Girls because I really didn't like Pieces of Her. Pieces of Her is very... Pieces of Her for me starts out as a really good book, and then in the middle there's this bit where she doesn't know what she's doing, and so she throws in all of the research that she's done in the entire world, and it's not great. It's not my favourite. It's not my favourite. Okay, they are a little bit more sunk than I would would usually like. But it's okay, because I'm going to be scooping out a section to put jam in later. So good. It's all good. Oh, you're still very soft. They're written by Pamela Grandstaff. Pamela Grandstaff is an amazing name. I would totes have that name. 12-book series following the fictional town of Rose Hill and the mysterious residents and the crazy shenanigans of cousins Maggie and Hannah. It follows the characters over years. Oh, years. I love it. I love books. Book series that carry on with the same set of characters for so long. Oh, thank you. We've got a sort of, this one's more kind of turquoisey, and this one's more sort of minty green, but I like it too. We used to have a red wall in here, and it was really, really super dark, and it was too dark for lovely wife Helen's mood. I think I recall from an old podcast with Kirsty that you said that, but could not recall what book it was in her backlog. Yeah, that's the one. It's Pieces of Her. It's just not my favourite. It's not awful, but it didn't work for me at all. And I just feel like I wish that everybody would start with The Good Daughter, because The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter is genuinely one of my favourite books in the entire world, and I feel like starting with other books does it a little bit of a disservice, you know. Oh, you started the Will Trent series, Molly. See, that's interesting as well, because so the Will Trent series is technically a spin-off of her Grant County series, which I also don't get along with that well. And Kirsty's constantly telling me that I need to just give up on the Grant County series and pick up the Will Trent series. The Will Trent series is infinitely better than the Grant County ones, in that although there are some crossover characters, it's not too much that you wouldn't be able to like it or understand what's going on. That the two series can be seen very much as separate things. So I don't know, I am conflicted, I'm not gonna lie. I'm also trying to measure this out so that I can leave some for Lovely Wife Helen to eat. Because Lovely Wife Helen and me do love a cake mix. We do. Okay, it's going in with one empty one, but that's not so bad. Don't pick that up with your hands, Leanne. That would have ended badly. Rule of the stream, guys. Don't pick up hot things with your hands. That's dumb. It will result in having to go to A&E, which is a place that nobody wants to go right now. Yes, Anthony, you're right. If your cakes are constantly sinking, try resisting opening the oven door till the very end and avoid banging the door when closing. You're absolutely right. That is definitely a thing that I should have done. However, our oven is very temperamental, and sometimes it browns everything to the point where I'm like, well, that's burnt now. Or it cooks some more than it cooks others, and so if you don't turn them midway, then you're gonna get burny ones. So, unpopular opinion, but I can't read Karen Slaughter. Dawn, is that because they're too gory, or is that because her writing just doesn't work for you? Tell me that. Book I wasn't expecting to like so much. H is for Hawk. Oh, so many people recommend me that book, and I don't know what's stopping me from picking up. Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. I have uprooted, but I haven't read that one. Can't read Karen Slaughter anymore. Loved the books and flew through the first series, and then she did something that upset me too much. That's fair. Sometimes we have to give up on authors. I'm okay with that. Sometimes, I mean, it's we have to remember that really reading is our hobby. So, you know, like, don't put yourself through stuff. Breaking news, Boris has been admitted to hospital. That is not great. That's not great. I'm very sorry that he is ill and has been admitted to hospital. I'm not going to get political on my stream, but yes, not the biggest Boris fan, but I don't want him to be ill either. It'll be your first Karen Slaughter, Jamie. That is amazing. Right, there's a couple more. So let's see. There's 3 more questions to this tag. So question 8 is the merch table. One piece of bookish merch that you either own or want to own. Oh, I am terrible. I am terrible for Harry Potter merchandise. I have a lot of wands. I've got a lot of Funkos I've had to stop. I have a lot of knitted and crocheted things from small businesses. But if you love merch, guys, and you are you're not able to necessarily spend the ridiculous amounts of money that some of the merch stores ask, go to Etsy. There are so many small creators making things for your favourite series out there that are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh, thanks, Dina. This bread's definitely better than this one. This one's one of those ones that has things sticking out of it, but we'll just pretend that's not the case. I want a David Tennant. Do you know, that's one of the bits of merch that I would really love. I would really love, there's a TARDIS mug out there, and I don't want it as a mug. I want it as a pen holder for my desk. Not gonna lie. I have a really beautiful 5-inch enamel pin of Aziraphale and Crowley from Good Omens being very smoochy with each other. That's one of my favourite pieces of merch. I have a commissioned piece. It's a hand-drawn image with Georgie and the balloon. Oh, Emily, you're speaking my language, girl. A Harry Potter haul video. Oh dear, we could be there for a really long time. I have a lot of Harry Potter merch. To the point where I was just kind of like, need to stop that now. Don't have any more bookshelves now. My favourite bookish merch I own is the Hedwig mug. One of these days I'm going to show you my mug cupboard, which is this entire cupboard, this whole cupboard. So I'll show you some of my favourite mugs because I have a few in here. So I've got this Matilda travel cup, which isn't really a travel cup, it's just a keep your tea and coffee and things warm mug. So it has Matilda on this side and then this on the other. This one makes me very happy. Watch Leanne not walk into the door. I showed this one in a video very recently, but this is Baby Maleficent from the animator series, and she's in a huff on the back, which I think is amazing. And then I have Ursula, and she's like me, and I love that the mug is shaped like her. She's like me, scary, and on the back she's got Flotsam and Jetsam, and I just, I love these mugs. They make me very happy. And then I have got this Disney one as well, which is all of the doggies from Disney that we love. Winston doesn't get enough love, that's all I'm saying. And my mum got me the chibi Harry Potter mug for, I think, my Christmas. My Christmas or my birthday. And I really, 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 really love them. I'm obsessed. Can we perhaps see the Smoochy Good Omens pin? Yes, I will send lovely wife Helen up to go get it in a second. Oh, I love Alice in Wonderland. I have an Alice in Wonderland series, which I promise promise I will be getting out soon in my store. My favourite's a tent with bloody footprints that I got last year. Thank you for plugging my bookmarks. I like to decorate my Agatha Christie corner, so I have some postcards from Etsy with poisons on it. Oh, and from her house in Devon. Sarah, I am eternally miffed with you that you got to go to her house. Oh, I want Ella Malikova from Gemini and Obsidio. I would also love some Ella merch. I may or may not have some Illuminate bookmarks coming out soon, guys. Not gonna lie, the Disney dog range is disgustingly cute. I also, from Disney, I'm trying not to just plug Disney and only Disney on my stream. However, I also have this one. Scar is my spirit animal. And he says on the back, "Forgive me for not leaping for joy." I'm like, at me. At literally me. Every day. At me. Having you in the chat is very useful. Thank you, darling.
Welcome.
So here's this pin. The maker's not on the back, so I can't remember who made it. I will find out for you. Let's have a quick look. It was a Kickstarter pin when the series came out. I'll find out and I'll put it in the description. But yes, this is one of my favourite pins, but it's huge. I mean, it's not a wearable pin, right, unless you're going to like a convention or something. But it's glittery, so I don't know if you can see in this light, but it's glittery, and we've got like hollow glitter in this side and like white glitter in this side, and I just love it. I just think it's amazing. Oh, Lisa says, please say hello to my lovely wife Sue. Hi, lovely wife Sue. Thank you guys for joining. I love that other people have got lovely wives who are here. I'm trying to put this pin down very carefully without scratching anything. I think I'll just give it back to lovely wife Helen. Hold on. You just stick that on something soft. Thank you. Did you carry on with the Darkest Minds series? I have not. No, I have not. Oh, Aziraphale covering Crowley with his wing. Don't have any bookish mugs, but I do have a mug with boobs in it and on it, which makes using it very difficult and has to be hidden when family visit. Sarah, if you do not send me a picture of that mug on Instagram, we can't be friends anymore. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Oh, and you just read Alice last weekend. Was that the first time that you'd read it, or have you read it before? Yeah, mugs bring me joy as well, guys. I have been banned. King of Quiche, I have arrived. Hello. I've been banned from buying mugs. Buying mugs is it's very bad. It's very bad. Okay, let's see. We've got 2 more questions. So we've got Concert Friends, a book that you bonded with someone over. Ooh, that's happened to me with so many books. I mean, okay, obviously the Lockwood & Co books are the books that I'm going to say I've bonded with the most people over, because quite seriously, I am considering counting up the amount of times that people have said to me that they've bought the Lockwood & Co series because of me, and buying myself a book for everyone that I've managed to refer. But books that I've bonded with people over. Okay, so Robin Hobb is definitely a book, an author and a book series that has brought a lot of people together that I know. Especially when a couple of years ago she had such a big revival on BookTube. I'm so bad. at titles for standalone books. I think it's because I try to keep... I'm now looking on Goodreads on my phone, guys, in case you wonder what I'm doing. I try to keep titles of series in my head because it helps me know which one comes after which. And I'm really bad at it with standalone books, but I have to find this standalone book so that I can mention it. I read it last year, I think. Was it last year? Jeez, that seems a long time ago now. Oh no, it must have been the year before. Must have been the year before last. Because I'm now into like books from February. Come on. It's really annoying that you can't see your previous challenges on the Goodreads app. Super annoying. It was a standalone YA contemporary, which is essentially about a group of girls who there has been a new girl comes to town. There has been she moves into a house where she discovers that a girl used to live in town who was who accused the football team of rape, and she was not believed, and she was essentially driven out of town. And this new girl, Grace, moves into her house, and she's a pastor's daughter. She's quite quiet. She's a bigger girl. She is generally bullied. Generally, she's not somebody who speaks out a lot. And she actually ends up starting up the Nowhere Girls. That's what it is. The Nowhere Girls by Amy Reed. She ends up starting up a group for girls in her town to talk about the football team and the other guys in town who have consistently not been pulled up for their sexual misbehaviour. So that's definitely one that I bonded with a lot of people over. Oh, those are much better. I'm going to give them another minute or two. Those are much better. Right, before I forget, I am vlogging this month. So before I forget, I'm going to get a quick view of the chat. Okay, if I hold it like, there we go. Okay guys, so say hi to the vlog. You're now in the vlog. Let me read some of these replies. Books we've bonded with people over. Lord of the Rings, no question. Yes, absolutely. Malin, I'm baking Victoria sponge cupcakes so I can take some to my mum and leave them on the doorstep. Yes, and the Nowhere Girls, thank you. Thank you for filling in the book titles that I didn't know. Yay! Saying hi to the vlog is one of my favourite things to do. It reminded me of the book again post series. I was incredibly disappointed that the book does not have enough ineffable husbands content. Yes! Hello future me. Okay, that's the best hi vlog comment ever. If you didn't just wave into your camera, you're not a real person. Let's be perfectly honest. You guys are the best. You really are. You guys are just amazing. I love you to pieces. Thank you for saying hi to the vlog. You always play so well with others. You always play so well in the comments. Okay, let's park the camera and then get these buns out before they burn. It'll be nice to have the heating off in here because I don't know if you can see in this light, but I'm very rosy now. It's really, really warm in here. Oh, those look much better. Much, much better. Oh, love you, Tansy. You're great. Okay, so now that the buns are out of the oven, oh wait a minute. Before I go, I had one more tag question. We can't leave without answering question 10. So this one is tour announcement. A book that you cannot wait to be released. A book that we can't wait to be released. Let's see what I've got on my pre-order list. Because I have a few things on my pre-order list this year. I didn't do a books that I'm looking forward to video at the start of this year. Because there were so many. Oh, of course. Well, duh. That was an easy one. There is a new book by Ruth Ware coming out in November, I think, called One by One. You guys know that I am an absolute Ruth Ware stan. You guys know that I love her. So I'll read you the synopsis because that's all I know about it. Snow is falling in the exclusive alpine ski resort of Saint Antoine as the shareholders and directors of Snoop, the hottest new music app, gather for a make-or-break corporate retreat to decide the future of the company. At stake is a $1 billion .com buyout that could make them all millionaires or leave some of them out in the cold. The clock is ticking on the offer, and with the group irrevocably split, tensions are running high. When an avalanche cuts the chalet off from help and one board member goes missing in the snow, the group is forced to ask, would someone resort to murder to get what they want? I mean, is that not a me book? It's essentially a locked door mystery. It kind of accidentally involves my weird niche interest about mountain climbing and mountain climbing disasters and extreme mountain climbing, which is a very niche interest. It's a very niche interest. And also, it's Ruth Ware. So, I mean, hello. Oh, Lou, I love that you guys are definitely feeling less alone with these streams. They make me very happy. Right, I'm gonna kneel. I'm gonna bring you down now because my feet are sore. Hope you can still hear me okay. Let's see. Murderbot, and I can't remember what the other one was, but Murderbot has won for my you guys choose my next books to buy. Murderbot and something else has won, so I will be most definitely reading Murderbot very, very soon. Obsidian German, oh no, it's so awful. Do you know, the other thing was that, so Jay and Amy have obviously brought out their new series, and Lovely Wife Helen had to wait, I think, a year or more to read or to listen to the audiobook of that book, which is Aurora Rising, I think, because it wasn't released at the same time in audiobook, which just makes me so sad. Although I have been approached by a couple of publishers recently to do audiobook tours, so maybe, maybe audiobooks are a thing that people are realising they need to also be released at the same time as the book so that everybody gets an equal share of being able to read things. Scuttles off to pre-order Lex. Yes. Hollowpox. Annette, that is an amazing name for a book. Oh, Aurora Burning. Yeah, there you go, Tony. You were ahead of me. Aurora Burning is definitely... Okay, so that's a second vote for Hollowpox there. I need to read the Morrigan Crow series, don't I? I just need to get on it. I have the first two. Winds of Winter, but obviously I can wait. I mean, yeah. Yes, pre-order that Ruth Ware content. That's what we like to see. Oh, I need some Tyrion too. We need more Tyrion. Another vote for Hollowpox there, Emma. You're also going to order the new Ellie. Oh, Ellie Griffiths has got another one coming out. I think I'm on book 4 or 5 of that series. So I've got a while to wait before I get to the most recent one. Now's the perfect time for secluded place mysteries since we're all locked in. Oh, Marianne. I didn't even realise how potentially triggery that might be. Look at the mess that I have made in my kitchen. Look at the mess. I feel like I should get you a chair. Oh, Veronica, don't worry. It's okay. Kneeling is my natural state of being. Have you read Alive? Forget the author's name. It's from 1970s. It's a fantastic true story. I haven't, Dina. What is excuse me. Please tell me what it is about. Oh, The Thorn of Emberlane. Yes. Scott, please. I mean, in Scott Lynch's case, I know that it's anxiety and depression that has stopped him from submitting his manuscripts up until this point, and like an intense performance anxiety, which I so get. And I think there's a thin line between being like, okay, I need more of this book, and being like, I require more of this book. Do you see the cat dog thing happening in the corner? Grissom was like, should I go past you, Fitz? Hi, baby. Hi, Fitzy. He's like looking at me like, don't touch me. Just don't touch me. Just leave me alone. Love you, my pal, and please get your beloved a chair. It's okay, I promise she's not getting me a chair because she doesn't want to. It's literally just because my natural state of being is like on the floor. Like I live on the floor. I promise, I do. Ruth Ware is like, watch a bad scary movie when you shout at the screen. Yes, Carolyn, that's exactly what I like about Ruth Ware. I like that she's Agatha Christie but cheesy, and I really, really like that. Oh, Lisa, what's my favourite series? Ooh, that's difficult because I immediately go, but in what genre though? Because I know that like so many people, because I read over so many different genres, it's really difficult to be like, this is my favourite series. Favourite series. Oh, I think I'm going to have to go with Rivers of London by Ben Aronovich. I have to admit, I think I'm going to have to go with that. Kiwi. Is it Kiwi or Marple? It's Marple. Oh, we've got a Fitz and a Miss Marple. Totally get why Thorn of Emberlane was delayed. Yeah, I'm exactly like that. What I'm actually, so to finish my thought, I know that there's a fine line between being like, I understand why this book hasn't come out yet, and yet also at the same time being like, but can we have the book now though? Because I feel like a lot of the time, when publishers commission an author for a series, they don't necessarily, authors haven't had the publication experience sometimes when they're first being commissioned for a brand new series. And so I think that was what happened with Scott. He got like panicky and it scared him, the pressure and stuff scared him. And because you've already promised like an audience a series of books that are already plotted out to the 7th book that don't work if they're not in conjunction with the next book, it's really difficult. I think the Song of Ice and Fire is a good example of a series that after each book I kind of think to myself, yeah, okay, I could leave it there, and I can imagine my own ending, or I can go watch the show, excuse me, but you can't do that with a lot of fantasy series. And I think that's the problem, is it is a lot of fantasy series with things like recurring detective and murder mystery series and things like that. You can kind of, you can decide that detective's still out there solving things and you really don't need another novel, just like some series I think should have ended like 5 novels before, like the Kay Scarpetta series. But yeah, it's a really, really difficult one. It's a really difficult one. My favourite Agatha Christie, my favourite Agatha Christie is 13 Problems, which is the 2nd or 3rd Miss Marple book, and it is an ingenious series of short stories but told within a novel. So basically Miss Marple goes to her friend's house for dinner, and they set up a game wherein each of them will tell the story of a murder and everybody has to guess who actually did it. So it has to be like a real murder that they've known about in their life. And so they go around the table and everybody tells their different story, and it's a little contained murder mystery, and then Miss Marple gets to pick it apart at the end. And then at the very end, Miss Marple tells a story which she's been dropping little bits of throughout the entire conversation, right the way through the book. And then this massive story, sort of this huge twist, comes at the very end, and it's just genius. I wish my brain worked that way. I couldn't keep that many things in my brain at the one time. It is such a good freaking book. It's amazing. And I think if you're wanting to like dip your toe into Agatha Christie, it's a really good place to start. Although I will say, like I say to everyone every time I talk about Agatha Christie, I would always read the Miss Marple books in sequence, in series order of publication, because there is an internal chronology wherein Marple gets older as the books go on, whereas Poirot kind of like jumps about, and you know, there's so many different places. Grissom's now terrified to come in the door because there's a cat in the way. Grissom, it's okay. You can come in, he won't eat you. It's only Kiwi that will eat you. That's just Fitz. Oh, there you go, he ran away. Grissom. Yeah, you can come in. I love shouting at movies, especially Ghost, you spooky bitch. I love it. Hi, Martina. I love crap horror movies. I know that's super controversial, but don't get me wrong, I love horror movies, but I love a cheesy horror movie. That is the best thing. Oh, Dina, you said Alive is about a sports team that plane goes down over the mountains and they have to resort to cannibalism to stay alive. Holy crap. No, I had not heard about that, but I need to find that immediately. I think that Leanne should read it. Wait a minute, Dina. Oh, Alive. Yes, right. I'm back. I'm back with you. I'm back. I've caught up with the comments. I think that I should read that as well. That sounds exactly like the kind of thing that I would read. I have just left it. It's been 10 years since I got in it. I don't care anymore. So true. And I think that's my worry about the next book in the Scotland series. I honestly think there's a good chance that I'll just be like, meh. The third book, Republic of Thieves, was not my favourite. I had lots of issues with it. I have lots of issues with Sabitha, the female lead, and how sort of manic pixie dream girl, she comes in, saves the day, and you're supposed to be really in awe of this character that you've heard about for 2 bloody books, but you've never actually met yet. That peeves me off a lot. Don't tell me that I should be interested in a character and I should be like in awe of them before you've even introduced them on the screen. They haven't done a badass thing, so I'm not going to think they're badass. If you had the chance to stay in an Airbnb from a book's location, where would that be and what feedback would you give? Okay, so the cop-out part of me wants to just obviously say the Burrow and the Weasleys, and I would want to say that it is most definitely like a 9 out of 10, 1 mark taken away only for the fact that the ghoul in the attic won't shut up. That's a hard one. I would love to stay on the island from... Why is the title just gone from my mind? I would love to stay on Isla Nublar from Jurassic Park. The book Jurassic Park, not the film. Although the film's amazing. Jurassic Park is one of my favourite films in the entire world. But the book is very different. But I would really love to stay on the island. And I think I would have to give it a 5 out of 10 because being chased by raptors is not going to overtake the view. The pets need their own channel. Oh God, Veronica, I would never do anything else in my entire life. I've never read any Agatha Christie. Any recommendations on where to start? So everybody always starts, why has it gone out of... Why? What is wrong with me? I can't think of titles tonight. I'm going to have to look it up because... Why? And Then There Were None. Right, everybody always starts Agatha Christie with And Then There Were None, which is kind of her original locked door mystery thing where a group of characters are all invited to an island by people that they know, and then when they get there they realise they don't actually know anybody and there's no boats to take them off the island and they're stuck. And I do like that novel, don't get me wrong, but it is not my favourite. I think it depends on what you want out of Agatha Christie. If you want standalone mysteries, I would say The Sitterford Murders is one of my favourites. Man in the Brown Coat or Suit, I can't remember which one it is. That's also one of my favourite standalones. Why Didn't They Ask Evans is one of my favourite standalones. If you're looking for one of the Poirot ones, Murder on the Orient Express, again, it's where everybody starts, but I personally think you should start with The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. Please no spoilers in the comments if anybody's read The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, because as soon as you reveal the twist, then the entire novel's kind of like, So don't read the synopsis for it, but essentially Poirot has retired, and he's in a small village, and somebody who's very popular in that village is murdered, and it's one of the Poirot books that's seen through the eyes of somebody else watching Poirot solve the case. That is amazing. The 13 Problems, like I've said, about Miss Marple, that is a great place to start. However, if you're going to read a standalone Miss Marple and then go back and read them in order, I would say A Murder Is Announced is also one of my favourites. So one of Miss Marple's friends gets a newspaper in, like a local newspaper, and somebody has announced that a murder is going to happen in their house, and everybody thinks it must be a party, so everybody shows up and it's not a party, it's a murder. So that one is also a favourite. She's also written romance mysteries under a pseudonym, so there's those as well. Another Poirot that I quite like, I like Elephants Can Remember. So that's one of the ones where Ariadne Oliver is in it, and she is basically an Agatha Christie. She writes mystery books, and she kind of tags along with Poirot and annoys the living crap out of him, so that's good as well. Murder on the Links is good. That's like the second Poirot book. That's the first sort of full-length novel that isn't a set-up novel, and it has a lot of Poirot and Hastings, who are one of my OTPs. Like, I think Poirot and Hastings are definitely a thing. Yeah, so there's quite a few Agatha Christie's that you can start with. Oh, Tony, did you like The Murder of Roger Ackroyd? Definitely my favourite. Oh, Death Comes at the End. Absolutely. Hi, Ominous Fitzy. Yeah, he's just kind of... You just kind of lurking, baby? He's a lurker. He's a lurky cat. Oh, Dina, thank you for giving me the author's name as well. That's so helpful. Miss Marple's not the one that you usually pick up. Yeah, definitely. I grew up reading Poirot and have since, as an adult, read a lot of Poirot, and I absolutely love him, and obviously love David Suchet, although I am partial. Hi, baby. I am partial to a little bit of, hello, do you want to be picked up? She's like, no, I just want to mute you from the floor. Yeah, anyway, so I love Poirot, but Miss Marple, Marple is definitely, my favourite now. I'll never change that opinion. Any other Scottish recommendations outside of a Scots choir friend is hoping to go to graduate school in St Andrews, and I want to give her a fictional book when she gets in soon, fingers crossed. Scottish literature is not my happy place. Hold on. And I'm not doing titles very well right now. Let me think. Oh, you could do The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie by Muriel Spark. It's a very Scottish novel. What else? Oh, I'm looking through my list of like Scottish novels that You could always go with 44 Scotland Street by Alexander McCall Smith. That is a great start of a series. His Bloody Project by Graham McCrae Burnett. There's Trumpet by Jackie Kay. Can you hear this mewing kitty down here? She's just like, she wants to mew at me, but she doesn't want to be picked up. For me, the frustration with Republic of Seas is solely the plot twist. Like, if that's true, the series is plumbing into decades-old tropesville, and I ditch it. Yes, exactly. That was exactly my feelings with that book. Marpo. My first Agatha Christie was Nemesis. I don't think I'd recommend starting there. No, I wouldn't start there. Agatha Christie wrote under a few pseudonyms, actually. She wrote some ancient Egyptian retelling / mysteries, and she also wrote some romance mysteries as well. Is Orient Express a standalone, or do you need to read anything else first? No, you can read Orient Express all on its own. Any of the Poirot novels you can read out of order. It doesn't really matter where you start. Obviously some of them are better than others. Murder on the Orient Express, The Murder on the Blue Train is also a good like one that you could read as a standalone. You don't need any prior knowledge of any other characters, because Poirot's not even with his usual side characters, so you could pick that up. Just bought A Murder Is Announced. Yes! But yeah, you can definitely read that one on its own. Oh yeah, Kirsty Logan, of course. I never thought about that. Kirsty Logan is amazing. When I still worked at a bookstore, we had Kirsty in for her first 2 novels, and then after that, I think I've been to 3 of her book signings now. She's drawn in all of my books for me. Talky kitty, yeah, she is a very talky kitty. Right, okay guys, I have just noticed that I am now at the 2-hour mark, and I need to actually do something with these buns, so that they don't get all like hard and gross, and so I can decorate them. Tomorrow I'll put a picture on Instagram of what they look like when I have decorated them. I have loved spending time with you guys, as always. I will probably next week do a stream on Wednesday again and on Sunday. Wednesday, they're both at 8 p.m. British Standard Time, so the same time that today started. Wednesday's one is usually a lot quieter, because obviously people are working, even though a lot of people are working from home. So Wednesday's stream is a lot quieter. And obviously the Sunday stream we have a lot more chat. We have a lot more chat. The Wednesdays one is usually a lot more of me chatting. So I am going to go, and it has been amazing as usual hanging out with you guys. Last little plug, because I haven't actually mentioned it at all. Our Patreon book club has just started. We start reading the book today. This month is a thriller, and it's a Riley Sager book, but every month we vote for a different genre, and then we vote for what different books that we want to throw in the hat. So if you guys are looking for a book club right now during very difficult times, my Patreon is always there. And it's a really, really lovely group of people. They're super nice, and really welcoming. I couldn't have asked for any better. So if you are looking for another safe space, that is definitely somewhere that you can come. And we also sometimes do, at some point during the week, just a 1-hour live stream where it's just patrons, and it's a tiny group of us, so there's a lot more chance to chat. So if that's something that you're looking for, that is amazing. And of course, at this time, any support is, wonderful. You're welcome, my lovelies. I love to do this. I bought a book on both streams Wednesday and today. I'm so sorry. You guys are so welcome. I absolutely won't stop doing these. I have to admit, they're so helpful for my mental health that I solidly think that I might end up doing them just as a thing, even once all of this is over, maybe on a Sunday where we can all just chill out and talk about books and occasionally do a book tag together and stuff. So, oh, you're all the sweetest. So I hope that all of you guys stay safe and that your loved ones are safe. And remember, please stay in the house if you possibly can. And I love you all. And I shall see you again on Wednesday. Bye, guys.